Hello, and welcome to another Know-Now Booster. This month's topic is crowdfunding. So we will be talking about using the crowd to raise some funds, whether this is for your new project or for your organization or for your new product or service. When it comes to crowdfunding, the same goes for all of the different financing options. You need to know how much money you need, what level of participations you want from someone that will invest or donate the money, and what is the planned use of funds. When you talk about crowdfunding, it's really simple, as the word says, and it's a number of funders or donors. It's a crowd that invests in your project via a crowdfunding platform. When I say crowdfunding platform, it's not always the crowdfunding platform that you will be using. It can actually be organized even without a platform, but platform gives you additional options. When it comes to the type of funding, the crowd can invest to get some awards. They can also donate or buy a product. They can invest to get part of your organization or your company in an equity-based, or they can maybe invest to get a loan or to give you a loan for the return on the investment or interest. As I mentioned, you can use platform or not. Platforms are there to make things simpler. They already have some kind of crowd or network around them. They give you a process, and they take a bit of small fee for their services. When it comes to you doing it on your own, it's maybe more flexible and creative, but there are some minuses there because there is not already a network, or there isn't that kind of process that you will follow, or platform that you will use. So there is a lot on you. It's all about preparation and the process that you will follow. Again, some of the platforms also give you additional services that might completely organize the crowdfunding campaign for you, or you can do it on your own. There are different crowdfunding platforms depending on what they are and where are you based. You can use some of them. When it comes to award-based, one of the most famous one are Kickstarter or Indiegogo. There is also GoFundMe, Circle Up, Fundable, any different funding platforms. Again, depending on the funding platform, you can either give awards, you can ask for donations, you can give your equity, or you can get a loan, or maybe you will do some sales. Also, depending on the crowdfunding platform, there are different ways that they charge their services or different fees that they use. So make sure that you definitely read well and choose the right platform. When it comes to the process itself, again, as I mentioned, it's all about defining your project goal, then choosing the right platform, which is the right fit for what do you want to achieve and for your goal. Then you need to plan a campaign, you need to build a community, you need to promote your campaign. And then after you get the money, hopefully, you need to fulfill and update your community. All of this all together, between 3 to 6 months, I would say 6 months minimum to actually organize everything. At the end, it's all about the pre-work that you do. It's all about the network that you gather to get them at the point when they are ready and eager for you to start the campaign and that they can start donating. It's all about gathering that network, and it's all about marketing and sending your message in the right way. As I mentioned, it's all about the preparation. So building that community, building that network, using different marketing channels that fit your goal and also fit your audience is something that you should focus on. It's all about the preparation. Preparation is all about the goal. How much do you need? What do you need it for? It's the content, the message, and the channels that you're using to actually send this message to your audience. Both channels can be online and offline. Also, some of the crowdfunding platforms also allow you to do some online, offline activities like running a marathon or a run or doing additional bake-offs, so different events. It's all about also media content. So getting that message across different media channels, building that network that is eager to wait and eager to fund your project, building that network of people that are connected, understand the message. They want you to do good. They believe in you. So this is the main bit. Also, you need your budget, you need resources, you need all of the activities put together. You need partners potentially, and you need to think about whether this is a donation, a sale, a contest, award, or anything else. When it comes to activities and you as an organization preparing those activities and being ready to prepare, as I mentioned, 6 months to do all of this, to gather the right amount of people that are ready to donate or to invest. The preparation before is more important than campaign itself, because if you do the preparation good, you will at the end gather needed money. When it comes to resources, maybe some money for the marketing campaign, building a presentation, a pitch, creating a video, which is a usual way of transferring the message in the right way. Having someone there to do all of this. When it comes to people, you need at least one person full time for 6 months, only preparing this and doing all of the activities to prepare the crowdfunding platform together. When it comes to partners, it would be great to have some partners that are willing to donate or invest additional money in through the crowdfunding platform, so they can be there to showcase that it's a marketing trick that you're actually willing, you're right organization to donate or invest in. It would be great to have additional partners that would share the word. Also, maybe having some person that is an influencer or someone famous to share this across their channels to get support, additional support from different media channels. We go back to your goal. How much money do you want to raise? How are you going to do it? And what are the next steps? Putting everything into the plan that can be delivered and is achievable for you until the start of the crowdfunding campaign. We are talking about pre-work, 3 to 6 months, plus month and a half of the crowdfunding campaign when the donations or funding is open through the platform. For this, to do the plan right, you need to know who is your audience. Who are you talking to? It's not everyone. Depending on what do you need, what industry are you at, what's your location, who are you talking to, really depends who is your audience. Also, you're looking at audience that have the money to also donate or to invest. According to your audience, you need to customize the content, customize the channels, because if you're talking to young people and asking young people to invest, or people that are, employed or, highly educated, depending on this, what channels are they using? Are they using social media? What social media channels? Are they using offline channels? What are they? Where are they drinking their coffee or anything else in your local community? Also, when it comes to customizing channels, it's also customizing message. Maybe you can inspire someone to actually run and do a charity run or charity bake-off or any kind of event to raise money for your organization for this crowdfunding and also raise interest from the public. Also, you need to customize the message. Message needs to be simple, clear. If you're doing an impact, that needs to be clearly said. You need to emotionally connect with your audience. And this is why preparing a crowdfunding video is something that is a usual thing that crowdfunding platforms have as, let's say, as a way of reaching more audience. Also, there are a lot of other, organizations that are doing the same thing as you are. So you need to showcase why you're different. Why should someone invest or donate to you and not to someone else? And what is the benefit that you're bringing to the local community or any kind of community that you're investing in? What is the impact? What is the benefit that you will provide? You need to promise, you need to connect emotionally to the people that are ready and willing to donate for your purpose. Motivate them. You need to showcase the value for money. For this, I would suggest all of the organizations to have a really greatly written value proposition. It's a clear, simple, short statement that explains how your problem solves customers' problems, or it doesn't have to be customer. If you're a not-for-profit organization, it might be how are you doing the impact and how are you making the community better, improves the situation, brings specific benefits, tells the ideal customers why they should buy or invest in you and not to someone else. During the crowdfunding preparation of the crowdfunding campaign, you will need to do a lot of activities. As I mentioned, they need to be online and offline. It's mostly marketing campaign, getting that network and following larger and bigger. Also doing some offline and face-to-face events, promoting that you're getting ready to start, announcing that in 2 or 3 months, you will be doing a crowdfunding campaign and getting those people ready to invest or donate. There are a lot of other activities, of course, day-to-day to contact partners, to prepare promotional materials, to get to the point when people are again eager and ready to invest. At the point when you launch campaign, in the first couple of days, people straight away do it. They click the button, they donate in that first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to get that money in that you need. Resources, it's more about people and time. As I mentioned, 6 months, one person full-time at least. It's really, if we're looking at the small organization, it's really hard to actually do the things properly because you need someone that will use all of their capacity, because this is going to be the focus, because this is something that you want to do right. Again, it's not about that month or a month and a half that a crowdfunding campaign is open on the platform. It is mostly about the preparation and building a network and people that are ready to invest and donate. This is what you need to do. Channels, social media, offline, online channels, media channels, newspapers, TV, radio, podcasts, whatever you can do, and that is connected to the channels that your audience will actually use. You need to get to them. Not all of the channels are right for every single person. So depending on this, I would also suggest doing a bit of A/B testing, meaning that you would try 3 or 4 different campaigns, 3 or 4 different channels, and see which one of those are gaining more following or gaining more people to react. According to this, and measuring this. After a week or two, you will actually put all of your marketing money or all of your efforts into the channels or a channel that worked the best. All of this needs to be done in the prior to the campaign. Measuring and trying some things out and seeing what works the best for your audience is something that you will benefit later on in the process, and will assure you that you're transferring the message in the right way, with the right content, to the right people, through the right channels. So do a bit of testing at the beginning of your campaign and see what channels, what messages, and what content actually gives you the biggest impact of gaining following or reaching more people. When it comes to partners, it is always great to have partners. Those can be media partners, but those can be other organizations or different funds that will also invest maybe a larger amounts of money through the platform. If you're a startup, we would call those partners, or maybe we would call them investors. It's a cornerstone investor. That means that you have an investor that will invest a larger amount of money through the crowdfunding platform, together with the crowd, in the same terms, depending if this is equity or something else. According to this, you will find the right partners and get them ready to invest at the point when you are opening your campaign. Some of the platforms, especially if you're a startup, will not even consider you as a right fit if you don't already have an investor that will invest large amount of money, but not the full amount of money through the platform. So this is something to definitely consider. Again, what I mentioned, media partners are also really important. When it comes to this, someone that will share, someone that already has a network of following that you could tap into and get more people ready to donate or invest during this would be a right move. Again, it needs to be the right fit. When it comes to, again, just to summarize things, it's all about the network and building that network prior to the campaign. The main work is done 6 months, 3 to 6 months before. It's all about getting the right people, getting the right following. It's also about the right partners, media partners, and partners that might either invest or share the word. It's all about the time that you need, so use that time well. And when you're, usually people think that, oh, I'll do a crowdfunding campaign in 2 weeks or a month or 2 months. It's not enough time. You think why the campaign failed? Because you did not, or the organization was not able to build the substantial network that you need to donate prior to the campaign. And when I'm talking about network, if you need 100 people to invest, let's say 500 euros, for this 100 people, you need to have network that is at least 10 to 15 times bigger, because not everyone in your network will be the one that will invest or donate. But there will be people that will share, that will get you the right partner or anyone else if you share this message right. So it's not only finding the people that will donate, but also those people that are willing to give you support in any other different way. Message, again, as I mentioned, right message to the right audience. Grab this well, test it as much as possible together with the channels and see what works the best. When you find this fit that works the best, then put your marketing money in it and use it well to reach the larger audience. Also, showcase the value for money. If your value is impact that you will do in your local community, if your value is something that will solve a problem for some of the donors or people that will be using your product or service, this is what you need to show well, and you need to show it in a right way. Not complicated, simple, emotional. push the right buttons to get the person on the other side that is watching your video, that is looking through your social media channels, to say, wow, this actually, I can relate to this, I need this, I want this, I will donate, I will support, I will buy, depending on, again, what you're doing. We had some of the questions that were sent to us, and I'm going to go through all of them to answer them. The question is, when the web page is ready, which strategies you can adopt to collect donations? As I mentioned, it's not, yes, you need to get the page right. You need to get the video and the content and the message on the web page, on the platform right. The main part of the job in collecting, getting people ready to donate is actually done prior. You need to collect this network. You need to get larger following before the web page or your donation page is ready. When it comes to different strategies, it truly depends on different locations, and it depends what your company or organization is doing. It is using the right media channels, and it is sending the message in the right way. And it is sending this message to the right audience. Again, I will repeat, not everyone is your audience. Do your customer or consumer or donator personas. Test this out. See who will react the best and who is ready to invest. Interview them. Do your research, do your homework. The same goes with the type of the message and the channel. All of the things that we do without talking or trying things out are just assumptions. We need to make assumptions to be able to test them. But don't forget to test, and according to that test, you will be able to create the right strategies to get those donations that you need. Of course, using as many channels as you can that are right fit to the audience, right fit to the location, and right fit to what your, let's say, your goal. How can we share it in the right way to raise funds? Again, the right message, the right channel to the right audience. Test this out. Prepare well. 3 to 6 months to prepare and build the network of people that are ready to share or invest or donate at the point when you launched your crowdfunding campaign. During the crowdfunding campaign, people that will react and donate just because they saw your message on social media or different media channels, yes, there is a percentage of those, but you cannot rely only on this. Main thing happens between 3 to 6 months before, when you prepare everything and get the community ready for the launch of the crowdfunding campaign. What are the benefits of crowdfunding? Well, depending on what are you actually crowdfunding for. If you're crowdfunding for let's say, project or service, or if you're crowdfunding for a new product, let's say a new product, maybe this is pre-sales. So not only that you will get the right funds that you need to actually create or produce the products that you want to sell, you will be able to get more people to test it out and buy those products and give you feedback on them. And also, like, at the end, do the pre-sales. If you already have 1,000 people buying or 100 people buying your product, and giving you money to actually produce them, it's something that you will not need to, let's say, invest in additional sales or anything, because pre-sales already happened and everything is sold. You have things covered. When it comes to doing an impact in your local community, it's raising the visibility of your organization. It's showcasing that impact can be done. It is gaining additional following, getting people to support you even more, and donate even outside of this crowdfunding campaign. If they saw in a follow-up that you really did what you promised that you're going to do, if they see this in their local communities, if they see this impact that you created, they will continue to donate to your organization. It's not going to be one-off during the crowdfunding campaign. They will be doing this support later on. Also, when it comes to this, gaining this crowdfunded funds, let's say that, you know, when you have an investor that invests, then you have someone, maybe there is a return of the investment or something like this. You here have, you need to manage your investors similar, but not the same. And maybe it's more people, let's say you will maybe gain a lifetime customer because they invested in you. They will be your number one supporter, your number one promoter, someone that will be there for you until your product or service or your organization is on the market. Saying this, not every single organization or company is a right fit for crowdfunding. You need to go through the risks. I would always recommend doing risk analysis and SWOT analysis to see whether this is the right fit. Using the time, your resources, and also additional money for marketing to do this, and then not succeeding, is something that will put a strain on your organization. When I say resources, the main thing is people. You're using a lot of capacity from your team to actually do this. Make sure that this is the right fit. Make sure that you do your research right. And I'm not talking about research, just finding other crowdfunding campaigns that are there. That also you should do and learn from them and see what videos are there and everything else and what they were doing. But it's also about seeing whether people on your local community are willing to invest, would be open to do this, and how are they supporting different causes and how are they supporting. So really adjusting not only the message, the audience, the channels, but also making sure that you fit to the market that you actually cater. There are a lot of benefits, again, as I mentioned, but there are some things that are not a great fit for all of the organizations. A lot of time and a lot of resources, but maybe something that will not actually be that large of a benefit for you. In this case, when I say, like, if you're only going for money, that's not benefit enough. So don't go for crowdfunding if you only need money and not lifetime customers, lifetime supporters, larger community. So there is additional benefits from it. Use it well. If you need only money, maybe this is not the right way to do this because of the time and effort that you need to put in this. If the crowdfunding campaign didn't work, I would suggest going back and seeing what was done. At the beginning of every crowdfunding campaign, I would definitely set KPIs, key performance indicators. Measure everything. Measure different channels, messages, people's reactions. Talk to them. If you get the data in, you will know what it didn't work. Maybe it was too short of a time of preparation. Maybe I really don't know because I didn't see your campaign or talk to you, but if something was not successful, I would go back and analyze everything that you did. Maybe even talk to those who did donate. Talk to those, or maybe make a research for those that you have as a following on your social media or in your network that are there but did not donate. What happened? Maybe they didn't get the message. Maybe your message was not clear enough. So there can be multiple reasons why some things did not succeed. I would say follow the data, analyze it, and make some conclusions. The crowdfunding campaign not being successful first time doesn't mean that the second crowdfunding campaign will not be successful if you analyze and know the reasons for the first, let's say, failure. We need to learn from those, and the best way to do this is to go back, look at the data, interview some people, do your research, and make additional conclusions and change this before you go to the second crowdfunding campaign. How can we educate others about crowdfunding, and is the crowdfunding hard to understand? Crowdfunding is not hard to understand. We tend to send messages that are not clear. We tend to add a lot of adjectives on them, tend to try to explain something in big words. No need. Crowdfunding is easy to understand. You're a crowd that invests. If you transfer in the message the value that you're bringing, value for money, the value that you're bringing to the customer, to the community, the impact that you're doing, and if you transfer this message well, anyone will understand crowdfunding easily. There are some things that some people might be worried about, like there is still quite a high percentage of people that are worried about, putting their details, bank card details, and putting some things online. So if you identify this as a problem in your audience that you expect to actually donate or invest in you, make sure that there are additional options like, putting the number of your bank account. They can go into their bank and put the money in this way. Not everything needs to be done through the online platform. It would be great if it was, but there are a lot of people that actually are really still afraid about the security of those online platforms. And it would be great if you offer them different ways of putting the money and giving donations. When it comes to educating about crowdfunding, sharing stories of different crowdfunding projects, maybe doing an event that would raise awareness on this, and showcasing the benefits, I would say, would probably work. How to properly run a crowdfunding campaign, I explained that it's all about, and I can go, I would say it's all about preparation. Define your goal, choose the right platform, build a community, plan the campaign, promote campaign, and then get back to people. When I say plan your campaign, marketing experts will know what I talk about this. It's actually knowing when scheduling all your posts after testing the right message and testing the right channels and everything else, scheduling everything in the right amount of time. Not only the right amount of different times in the day, but also different messages in the week. Building this community, I would say, is the crucial thing. Raising your following on social media, talking to the right audience prior to launch of the campaign, and getting that network ready and eager to donate or invest at the point when you say, we launched it today, donate, people doing it. Also, make sure, if you can, to also get additional people that would share or maybe influence public opinion about your crowdfunding campaign. When it comes to, is there an open call for proposals? I think this is a question about the crowdfunding platforms. Usually no, it's open all the time. So if you're interested in and you do your research and decide or have a list of 2 or 3 crowdfunding platforms that would work for you the best, and then you should get back to them, go on their website, apply, maybe have a call with some of them, and actually you can see whether this is the right fit for your organizations, and whether this is something that you would be ready and you have time and capacity as a team to do. I think I explained what crowdfunding is. Again, a large amount of people invest or donate during a certain amount of time, which is called the crowdfunding campaign, which is usually a month or a month and a half to two, that this campaign is long. For me, and the main thing is to prepare well and to build this following audience that are ready to do it in that month or two, because it's really short amount of time for people to actually react. How do you let people trust you and support your project since they may not know you in person? It's all about the message. Send the message in the right way with the right words. Reach those people and that audience emotionally. Push the right buttons, and they will trust you. You need to make them trust you. You can showcase prior things that you did, some numbers that you did before. You can, showcase that you know what you're doing through different things, creating a great video that would inspire, motivate people to do this. This will actually give you additional ways to actually achieve this. Also, maybe you will be at some kind of event giving a talk or anything, and people can come and meet you and talk to you and hear more about your organization. What can we as an organization do to ensure sustainability on crowdfunding? When it comes to sustainability, if it's something that you're looking for to do afterwards, so to get a certain amount of money even after the campaign is over for people to donate to you on monthly basis, on yearly basis, or anything else, you can definitely set your packages or donations in this kind of way that you get long-term strategic sponsors. You could get people to donate monthly, so you offer them as soon as they go for the payment and to donations, to this not only to be a one-off donation, but it's monthly thing that comes out of their account. You definitely, and you're looking for sustainability, need to connect to those people and follow up with those people. So not only through social media, where you will update regularly, not only those people that gave you donations or investment, but also the public, when it comes to those people that really did donate or give you money or invested in you, a monthly follow-up newsletter, something they will feel that you actually are updating them on the project and everything, and showcasing what their money did and what you do with this money and the impact it created for you as an organization, but also for the local community. Will the PowerPoint presentation be shared? Yes, it will. And I can try to find additional templates to share afterwards. Again, when it comes to crowdfunding campaign, it's all about building this network. It's all about the preparation. So campaign is 1 month. Preparation, 6 months. Do your preparation well, and your crowdfunding campaign will be successful. It's all about what you do prior to the campaign launch. Thank you so much for listening to this today. I hope I gave most of the answers. We have maybe some just to check the chat. I'm going to stop the share. Thank you so much again for you listening. Just to double check the chat. What if we urgently need money to cover travel expenses? You can do, this is a question from Anastasia. Thank you so much for the question. When it comes to urgently needing money to cover travel expenses, again, it's all about the message and people that you will be talking to. That crowd, depending on the amount of money that you need, could be smaller. So maybe you're looking at 10 people that could invest something. Again, showcase why they should do it. Show the value for money and what you will do with that money and what impact of this money will be. I would definitely suggest, if you need money and quick, it might be the best way to talk to several companies, partners, some or other organizations, or that might have their corporate social responsibility budget, or maybe there can be some media campaign that will help you with this. For all of this, the main thing is your story, your message to the right people, and also that message needs to touch people emotionally. We tend to donate and give money when we know that we will help. Even a small amount will help, so you can do it in this kind of way. There are different crowdfunding platforms that are similar to GoFundMe or Just Giving, depending on your location, which are mainly focused on maybe quick donations for, and not large donations, smaller donations for some short things. You just, again, need to tell your story, say what do you need the money for, and then ask people to donate over social media. If this is urgent, I guess you will not have enough time to actually prepare this right. So make sure that you use the network that you already have, your friends, your family, and get them to share your story, get them to share the campaign, but also help with additional donations if they can. So if you can, use the network you already have, do it quickly, and share, I would guess, share this on social media, because today social media is something that can get us more following quicker. I would also suggest, if you know a couple of organizations in your local communities, small businesses, big businesses that are willing to help in this kind of way, or people, I would say high net individuals that are willing to cover some of the costs, just reach out to them either over different channels, maybe LinkedIn, or some of the corporate social responsibility companies have application forms when you can ask for smaller amount of money. Again, they will not give it to you unless you share your story with them and showcase that there is a value for money, either for them or for a local community or whatever. They need to, usually when it comes to this, they want to be showcased in social media or anything. They want a bit of marketing from it. So if you can do that for them, that might work. But good luck in this. Good luck everyone that is doing crowdfunding campaign. If you need or have additional questions, let us know, and if we can help, we will be here for you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.